Hi everybody, this is Matt. What I want to do is I want to show you a problem. As you see here, we have a Glock 17. Do you happen to notice anything unusual about it whatsoever? Anything at all? Well, it looks like it's ready to go, and see, there's nothing there in the magazine. Chamber's clear, so we're good. Okay. Anything at all. Okay, I've got a light underneath here, and I want you to watch something. I'm going to throw a little block up here so you can perhaps see. And I'm going to take this tool, and I want you to watch where I press on the trigger. I'm pressing right up here on the side of it. And watch what happens. Comes back, comes back. Do you see a problem with that? Let's go through it again. I can take my finger on the side of the trigger and I can move it back, just like with this tool. Notice this. Notice that this safety is not engaged. If there was a round in that, the gun would go bang. So what's happening? Well, I can tell you. This is where the safety is not engaging. You should have this. See how that little piece suddenly jumped out right there? That's the way that it should be, because that makes it impossible for me to do this. However, when that's out of the way, it can go bang. What does this mean from a safety standpoint? It means that just reholstering, if something got caught up against there and pushed and you have a light trigger, there you go. What caused this? This was caused by somebody putting the wrong trigger spring in an attempt to lighten the trigger pull. Let me put this original back in and we'll see what the difference is. First and foremost, the spring that I'm talking about is this guy right here. So this is not the standard spring that was installed. Also notice that these springs need to be installed so they form an S, where the top of the spring, the bottom of the spring essentially form an S. But this is not the stock trigger. This is an aftermarket trigger spring that somebody installed. The firearm has been reassembled with the original factory spring. If you notice, this safety detent is all the way out, and I can push on this to my heart's content and absolutely nothing is going to happen. That safety remains engaged. The moment that I move it out of the way, as you see here, and let me get this up here so we have a little bit more relief. See that? That is your safety. Comes back, and then it will fire. The point in all this is you are ultimately responsible for the safety of your firearms. Unfortunately, there are so many kits and tips, tricks, things like that out there on the internet that sometimes a firearm can be placed into an unsafe condition. And nobody wants to make an assumption that this safety is always going to be there, that it will always work, and then suddenly, for no apparent reason, it goes bang at the most inopportune of times, especially if you're reholstering it. Pay attention, because these things do happen, and anytime that you make a change in a firearm, double and triple check for the safety functioning of that firearm. When in doubt, always take it to a gunsmith, your local gun shop, tell them what's going on, demonstrate the problem for them if it's something like this. But when in doubt, check it out. So this is a safety tip. These things can happen, and I just simply wanted to make you aware of it. Until next time, be safe and have a great day.